Hello. We're going to be looking into the case of Grant Solomon. I've had a bunch of people ask me like on different videos, so it's not like you're seeing one another's comments. It's just all at once. A bunch of people ask me to look into this, so I take that as a sign there's something to look into here. I'm going to read the passage from change.org, which is by Grant's mother asking to open an investigation into the death of her son. So this is what happened was it was the first time that his father had been alone with him in 2 years because the kids were living with the mother. Aaron was the only witness to the incident. Essentially, this boy is alleged to have run himself over with his own car and then be trapped underneath of it, even though he wasn't trapped underneath of it. Anyway, Aaron was the father was the only witness to the incident and told the police that Grant's truck malfunctioned and dragged him down a steep asphalt hill, leading to a ditch and trapping Grant beneath his truck. Again, he was not under the tires. So during the 911 call, he claimed 3 men were helping Grant. None of those men have come forward, nor have they been identified. Aaron was told by the 911 operator to go to the truck to be with Grant, but he never went down the hill to join his dying son or help the 3 mystery men try to save Grant. It's important to note that Aaron and Grant had a turbulent past due to Grant reporting that Aaron had been abusing both Grant and his younger sister Gracie, which she has spoken out about pretty adamantly as well. Sadly, Grant passed away minutes after EMS transported him to the hospital. Aaron refused an autopsy, and he had custody at this time. Refused the autopsy and organ donation before the mother could arrive at the hospital from over an hour away. Aaron also refused a forensic analysis of the truck to determine if it had malfunctioned, which, anyway. The truck was later analyzed and determined to be in good working order by a private forensic analyst. Shocker. So the father has ties to this church, and at this particular church is where a lot of the people who played a role in making the decision about this case go. So he has a good reputation at this church. The church people are also tied into this investigation, or lack thereof investigation. The police department accepted Aaron's statement that the truck dragged Grant down the ditch, shocker, even though there were no other witnesses. The medical examiner's report shows no signs of road rash or any injuries consistent with being dragged by a large truck down the asphalt hill. What a miracle. His shoes and clothing were undamaged. There were no burns on his body from being trapped under a hot truck that had just completed a 1-hour journey across 3 counties. Instead, Grant's cause of death was determined to be cardiac arrest due to blunt force trauma to his head. So this particular change.org petition by his mother is at 251.9 thousand out of 300,000. So we're going to need to get that to 300,000 to get their attention as soon as possible. So I will put the link for the change.org petition in the description. Let's make sure we share it and make some noise, because this is not making any sense. So the sister alleges and has corroborating statements from other people as well that there was sexual, physical, and emotional abuse at the hands of this father. He essentially made the mother look crazy to get her out of the picture, even though she continued to fight to get back in the picture. So this is an energy reading. It is all alleged, my opinion, not facts, my opinion. So it was stated, and I will also put the video that I just watched about this case to catch up in the description as well, but it was stated in that video that it's possible that what was going on is that Grant was going to be more believed now about these claims of abuse, which they had brought up to their school, they had brought up to anyone who would listen, except nobody would listen. And the mother tried to help, but was kind of shut down because of the allegations against her of being crazy. So it's possible that what was going on is that Grant was going to be more believable now because he was growing and older and had a lot to say about what was going on behind closed doors. So we're going to start by looking into what was the energy between Grant and his father and the energy between before going to where they were that day, which was a baseball, something with baseball. He played baseball, Grant. So let's start with his father. The Devil reversed. Okay. I'm trying to conceal my darkness. I have a problem and it needs to be not brought to the light. I need to take back my power from this kid who is going to take away my power by saying something about what's going on with my darkness. Grant. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Overcoming adversity. Not the best combo here because this is, I'm trying to conceal my darkness. I don't want what's in the dark to be brought to light. And then with Grant, he's on the receiving end of that darkness because that is the adversity he is facing. 5 of Pentacles upright is a very hopeless type of energy. In reverse, it's hope coming back. So to me, that makes me feel as though there was this darkness that was attempted to being concealed and Grant was not going to keep putting up with it. Energy between them. 8 of Cups. Searching for the truth. Leaving something behind that's not working for you. Refusing to accept an illusion and saying, no, this is the reality and we need to focus on reality. Reality is that you have a problem. Reality is that I'm not putting up with it anymore. Reality is that I'm going to show what the actual truth is. Let's do the father, his sister Gracie, and the energy between before this happened. 5 of Swords reversed for him. So very aggressive, my way or the highway. I don't care if I'm gonna cut you with my words so long as I get my way type of energy. It's also intimidation. So you will not say what you're going to say. You will be quiet. 9 of Wands reverse, very overwhelmed, struggling with something that just won't stop, very persistent. Honestly, very similar to the energy that so this is like ongoing, persistent problems I'm not putting up with anymore. This is ongoing, persistent problems. I can't take it anymore, but I don't know what to do about it. So it does seem to me as though the problems were mutual, as in coming to both of them, Grant and Gracie. But Grant, it seems, was protecting Gracie because with this energy, this is like, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so emotionally damaged. I don't know what to do. I cannot handle this. And this is, okay, we're not putting up with this anymore. I see your pain and we're going to make some kind of change. I'm going to bring the truth to the surface. And then this is the opposing energy. I'm going to stuff the truth under so it doesn't come to the surface. But for Gracie, this is, I can't continue to handle this, but I don't know what to do. And then the energy between. Knight of Swords. So I said with the Five of Swords, I'll cut you with my words, I don't care. The Knight of Swords is I'm being very aggressive, I'm being very pushy, I'm telling you what you are and are not allowed to say about what's going on. So we have, I'm trying to bring out the truth, and I do believe that with these cards, it looks like Grant was going to bring out some kind of truth, and the focus of the father was shutting him up while intimidating Gracie, while there's this plan of action and I'm going to continue to be aggressive with what I'm saying to you so that you feel like you don't have a leg to stand on. Oh, it's the same thing he did to the mom. That's what it is. So Grant, it was, I have to shut you up because you're a man and people are going to believe you. Gracie, it was, I need to make you look crazy like your mother so that people don't believe you. Which kind of checks out because it was said that they went to people in their school to tell them about the abuse, and the school more or less told Gracie, in order to, what did they say? Protect your reputation, you should stop talking about the abuse. So to me, that lines up with this, because this is, I'm trying to make her look crazy like her mother. Must be a hereditary thing. All the women just go crazy. But with Grant, it was, I'm going to unveil some kind of truth about your darkness that you're trying to conceal, and you don't want it to come out, which is why you're being very aggressive, very intimidating, purposely trying to suppress Gracie by overwhelming her emotions and her psyche, making her feel like she doesn't have a leg to stand on, like she doesn't have any option. But then with Grant, it was, I need to shut you up because people might believe you. Okay. I guess let's look into, so they drove separately, I believe. The dad was in his truck or car and Grant in his, and the dad claims that he was looking at something and looked over and he saw Grant on the phone or something like that, because he claims that he was on his phone, and how else would you know that unless you saw him on his phone? And then next thing, he's under the car with blunt force head trauma. So let's see how that happened. How did Grant get under the car? And that just jumped out and fell under the desk, and it's the Hermit. So, the Hermit is withdrawing from something. So that to me is, I get out of the car by myself, because that would contradict, there's 3 people there helping him. This right off the bat is like, no, there was nobody else there helping. There was nobody else there. I get out of the car. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. That's the 2 women. The Queen of Wands is his sister. That's the younger type of energy. And then the Queen of Wands would be his mother. He said something to his dad. It's almost, with the Hermit, it's almost like I get out of the car and then I'm baited into answering some question about the mom and the sister. Or maybe out of nowhere he says something. It feels more like he's baited into answering some kind of question. It's almost like he's baited into... It's almost like he's baited into answering some question about the mom. Like, something like, oh, well, something blah, blah, blah. Well, your mom's crazy, right? And then he's like, actually, no, she's not. And then 6 of Wands. I'm going to get a clarifier for the 6 of Wands. The Empress. This is what I'm getting so far. Allegedly, my opinion. Grant's in the car. The dad says something to him. He gets out of the car. The dad specifically baits him into asking or saying something about the mom. And it does seem as though, because this would be, so we have Grant by himself, getting out of the car, withdrawing from the car. Then we have something being said about the mom and sister, but then we have the mom and sister together because the mom and the sister is in the belly because that's a pregnant. So it's separate and then together, and then this is public. So what I'm seeing is I bait you into answering or responding to something about the mom. You don't give me the answer I want. There's some kind of it seems more like a passive aggressive stern statement rather than like a fight. But anyway, Grant, I believe, made some kind of statement about making what happened to his sister and his mother public. It almost seems to me as though the statement that was made to Grant was something about comparing the sister to the mom. For example, oh, your sister, blah, 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 just like your mom, they're both crazy. And then Grant was like, actually, you know what? I'm not putting up with this anymore. We're going to have to talk about this in public. I'm going to have to, something. And maybe he didn't say that, and the dad just assumed by his response that that was his next step. But there's something about making the abuse and what was being said about the mom and the sister public. Like Grant was going to tell someone, hey, I mean, and I know that there he started to, but it was like the dad was setting up to make the sister look crazy so that the sister, if she claimed any abuse later or now or whatever, it would be, oh, well, she's crazy like her mother, so can't believe her. And it's like Grant put a pin in that plan because he was like, no, I'm not going to let you make people believe that my sister is crazy because she's not. All right, let's do a second row here. Under the Hermit. The Chariot reversed. The Hermit is him getting out of the car. And then the Chariot reversed would be the car flipping, would be the car. When I get out of my car is not able to move because it is in park. Or when I get out of my car is not able to move because it is not on. If this was upright, I would be able to entertain, okay, maybe he got out of the car and the car rolled like said, but car reversed. The car did not just magically run this boy over. No. Queen of Wands. I'm going to pull Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups so I can see what comes out. So Queen of Wands is the 8 of Wands. So that is fast talking, and that comes out about the sister. So there was a plan to blah, 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 by the dad and make it seem like the sister was not credible in what she was saying because she's crazy like her mom. Must be hereditary. That's what he was planning on saying. And the Eight of Wands is also, I'm not waiting, I'm doing this now. I'm not waiting, I'm saying this now. I'm not holding back, it's coming out now. So either you say something and I quickly respond, or you say something and I'm planning on not putting up with this anymore starting now. I'm going to do something now. Queen of Cups. Death. And that came out under the mom. So yeah, it was, death is making me think death and rebirth. And when it comes to the sister and the mom, I said he's trying to make it seem like the sister's crazy like the mom. This is almost saying that he's trying to make it seem like the sister is just the mom reincarnated and she's just crazy. We can't believe anything she says. It's a copy paste of the mom, and that's why she's doing these allegations about me, because that's the Empress. Six of Cups reversed. So the Empress is what I said is representing the mom and the sister together. So if you're going to try and loop them in the same category, or if you're going to try and say they're both crazy, matter of fact, neither one of them are crazy, and I'm not going to let you continue to loop them into this category and make it seem like they're not credible for what they're actually saying. This is saying, I just can't get over this. I can't let this go. You saying whatever you said in this conversation, I can't let it go. Me reading your response to what I said to you or whatever. I don't know if it's a conversation. It's definitely not a screaming argument. It's either just stern or like, I don't know. But this is, I can't walk away and let this go. It's like something was said that couldn't be taken back. Six of Wands. King of Cups reversed. I'm going to tell everyone how you are manipulating the situation and abusing these women. Who? Both, the mother and the daughter. I'll pull a couple of these. So I'm going to pull 3 for the Hermit, Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Empress, Six of Wands. So that is essentially Grant gets out of the car. There's some kind of conversation or back and forth about looping the sister and the mom into this uncredible, crazy category. And Grant says, nope, I'm going to make it public. I'm going to talk to so-and-so. I'm going to do something because you're not doing this to my sister. Good in reverse. So thumbs down. And inside in reverse. So this is, I said, gets out of the car and things go downhill. And then reversed Chariot, Eight of Wands, Death, reversed Six of Cups, reversed King of Cups. So the car was not rolling. The car was either parked or off or something like that. Grant was going to take immediate action or had said something back without hesitation about defending his sister. The father wanted to make it look like the sister was the mother reincarnated with the same problem, so we can't trust her because she's not credible. Six of Cups reversed. I'm not letting this go. I can't walk away and let this go. And King of Cups reversed is the emotional manipulation that Grant was going to state that the father was doing. Timeline issue in reverse. And breakup in reverse. Timeline issue in reverse. Breakup in reverse. That's making me feel like I'm unable to buy time anymore. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe not. 1 second. Okay, sorry. This is making me think I'm no longer able to buy time. This is making me think time is up. Yeah, time is up is what that's giving me. All right, so let's look into so how did this happen? How did Grant get under the car? Let's do 2 rows of 4. 10 of Wands reversed. It's like he directed him where to stand or something. Let's see what else comes out. Ace of Swords. He told him where to stand. It's almost like maybe, like, for example, like, oh, your car was smoking. Let's look under the hood. And then you go look under the hood. But it's not that particularly. What I'm seeing is Grant in the car. The dad on the out, like, you know, when you like are sitting in your car and you have your window down, someone's on the outside just talking to you. That's, so Grant in the car, the dad standing outside the window. That's where like the conversation was, that he was trying to make the sister seem crazy, like the mom and all that. But then he like tells him, like, it's almost like, I don't know. It's like, oh, by the way, when we were driving, I saw this on your car. Go. I don't know what it was, but like he somehow directed him, because this is like telling someone what to do. And then I was saying that, thinking that, and we got the Ace of Swords, which is like, I'm speaking to you some kind of direction. The Magician and the Lovers reversed. That goes hand in hand with the breakup card in reverse. I'm detaching myself from, and the Magician. The Magician is making me think not only, one, what I need to happen is what's happening, because I need this person to shut up and not say what they know, and now they're not going to be able to. And the Magician also focuses on like your abilities, and in this case it's making me feel like I see the opportunity to where I'm able to get what I need to happen. 7 of Pentacles reversed. Didn't really think it all the way through. It seems, yeah, it seems like a heat of the moment based off of a conversation that had something to do with the father trying to crap talk the mom and group in the sister to that category, and he was like, no, you know what, no more. Page of Pentacles. I don't know how he got it. It really feels to me like Grant's in the car, the dad's on the outside of the car. He somehow says to Grant, go look at this, or go fix this, or go do this. It's like we're having a conversation, we're not agreeing, and then it's almost like, how do I put this? For example, it would be like if Grant was saying, you know what, no, this isn't okay, you can't talk to her like this, blah, 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 or about her like this, and then the dad is like, okay, I feel like he's going to tell people about this, or maybe he said he's going to tell people about it, I don't know, but maybe you know what I think it is? I think he said something like, if you do that, if you say that about her, I'm going to tell people it's not true. I think that's what it was. Because he was kind of scared of him, so it wasn't like direct boom. It was like, if you tell people that about my sister, you realize that I am going to tell people that it's not true, right? I think that's what it is. Hold on. King of Swords, irrational dictator. If you tell people that about my sister, swords, speech, talk, I'm not going to go along with it. I'm going to tell them it's not true. But yeah, the page is like creating an opportunity. The father somehow said something to Grant to get him to go out and get wherever he was found, like in front of the car. Like, go look at your hood, go look at your something. Oh my. I think I just figured it out. It's almost like he said, blah, 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 while we were driving. Before I forget, you go in the front, I'll pop the hood. He walks around to the front, but I don't pop the hood. But I get in the car, and you expect me to get in the car because I'm getting in the car to pop the hood so we can look at it or something like that. I guess it's possible this altercation was not then. It could have been before they left the house or something. But there's an altercation that precedes Grant being asked to stand in front of the car. I think it's to check that something in the hood. Like, you go up front in front of the car, I'll get in the car, pop the hood, we'll look at this, and then we'll go over. Something like that. Hold on. Okay, now the Magician. The Hierophant reversed. Grant didn't see it coming. And it's like a difference of opinions as well. The Magician is, what is happening is what I created, what I manifested. So whatever's happening physically, aka Grant being underneath of a car, passed away, is because I wanted it to happen. And it's because of a difference of opinion. It's because of a difference of beliefs. The Hierophant would also be like the organization of the church. And it's in reverse. That's what it was. It was like the father saying something or planning something to make the daughter look a certain way in front of the people at the church. And he was like, I'm not letting that happen. The Lovers reversed. Page of Cups reversed. That's going to be the sister. I'm not letting you hurt her anymore. And also the Lovers in reverse, that makes sense because that's an imbalance. And then we have the Page of Cups in reverse. I really feel as though this was less about Grant protecting himself and mainly, if not fully, about Grant protecting his sister. I believe that she was probably really, really struggling, especially in terms of like, I feel like I'm drowning in my emotions. And it's almost like Grant knew that and was like, you're not pushing her further than you already have right now. She can't handle this. No. Yeah, I feel like he's asked to go walk around to the front of the car. right, it's for the first row. Affair, success, ew, yeah, and the Lovers in reverse is in that row too. Allegedly, my opinion, the sister is not lying about the abuse. I would believe exactly what that girl says because she's telling the truth. And what else is sticking out to me is that we had timeline, issue, and breakup in reverse. And now we have success with this very inappropriate, disgusting affair card, because in this situation, this is not you know what I mean by that. And this one has the focus of the picture on the card is the clock, or is the watch. So timeline, issue, I'm running out of time, relating to wanting to keep private what I'm doing to my daughter. So desert in reverse and healing in reverse. Desert in reverse. Desert in reverse is making me think it's going to go from nothing to everything all at once. And the healing has like the electric spark on it. Grant had something. Is it possible Grant was recording a conversation between him and his dad on his phone, and his dad discovered that? Because I'm thinking maybe he didn't say, I'm going to tell everybody, or I'm going to tell people this, but it's almost like there's some kind of conversation. Grant is like, I'm not allowing this. I'm not putting up with this anymore. I'm going to record this conversation. He said he was looking at his phone. He told on himself. He was looking at his phone, but he is the dad. He was looking at Grant's phone and found a recording or something that could prove the abuse. Running out of time. I had breakup by running out of time. And it shows lipstick on a mirror. So it's like once it's there for all to see, you can't take it back. Grant had some kind of recording. This is like if someone's saying to you, oh, I'm going to make your sister look exactly like your mom so nobody can believe her, blah, 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 blah. And in the middle of that, you're like, okay, I'm going to take this out and start recording so that when you do this, I can show people. It might not have been that particular conversation that's recorded, but he had something like that. I'm wondering if that's why he got him to get out of the car in the first place. Like, you go wait in the front of the car, I'm going to pop the hood. You get out, walk to the front. You're scared of me, so I'm not going to do anything. You walk to the front, your phone's sitting there. I grab your phone, I open where I think you have some kind of proof. I see the proof. Then you're under the car, mysteriously. That's what I'm getting, allegedly, my opinion. Hold on. Okay, so two things I was just thinking, because I went to go get a small snack really quick. One, these conversations didn't necessarily have to happen right then. It could have been a conversation that happened earlier, or maybe it was found earlier, and then, as I said, it was like, I see the opportunity to do this now. And then two, the second thing is, so I wrote one card for if there was blunt force trauma and then the car, or another card for if the blunt force trauma to the head came from the car. So first one, did it happen before the car? Temperance in reverse, recklessness, excessiveness. It's the complete lack of balance. So, and it's also, it shows an angel on the card and pouring from one cup into the other. So it's like this one situation is what caused all of this to overflow in this chaotic way. The Star reversed. No, I don't think he hit him in the head and then hit him with the car. I don't know. I can't get a clear answer, actually. It seems more like I hit you with the car and you hit your head because of that. But something is staged. There's some piece of this that's staged, and I can't tell if that's I hit you in the head first. No, I think he does. I think he, let me get 3 cards for what's the sequence of events. I think he hit them in the head first. 4 of Pentacles, trying to protect myself, trying to protect what I already have, aka I need to silence you to protect myself. I'm thinking long term about what's best for me. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. This is trapped under the car. This is hit in the head. I need to protect myself, so I hit you in the head and then trap you with the vehicle. That's why the police didn't investigate as well as they should have. Well, at all, really. Because if I hit you in the head, there's no way to explain that. But if you're then underneath of a car, then it can look like you got the head injury from that, but it's not. He's hitting the head first. Maybe he gets him in front of the car to hit him in the head there, so that then he knows as soon as I do this, I can kind of run him over with the car. Yeah, one card to confirm. I believe he's hitting the head first before he's run over by the car. The Tower reversed. Trying to avoid the disaster that could come from him speaking on what he knew. And I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta protect myself, as in the father. And the Tower reversed is like a moment that has already passed. So I'm wondering if this conversation actually happened at some point before they went to this place that day. And then it was like, I see the opportunity to do this now. Or I bring up that conversation that we had previously. You say something that I don't want you to be saying, and I hit you in the head. And then run you over to hide the fact that I hit you in the head. Why are the police not investigating the obvious, what seems pretty obvious? And what I mean by obvious is the fact that there's multiple allegations of abuse that were ignored. Even the moms, the professionals who were looking at the mom even said that they believed that she was suffering abuse and it was not that she was crazy. So all of this, and then what ended up happening and him being the only witness, why are they not looking into the 10 of Cups reversed, Knight of Cups reversed? Oh. It's not just that he's respected or whatever by people at the church. He has something on someone that could make them lose their family. Yeah, he has some kind of dirt on someone that has some kind of power, pull, or influence. It's not just trying to be friendly. It's he has something. It's almost like we talk and I share my dirty secrets with you. You share them back with me, and then later I remind you that I still know them, so that you get people, or you specifically turn a blind eye to the fact that the head wound came before the vehicle. Let's see what the other card is. High Priestess reversed. Yeah, he has something that can take someone down. Because the High Priestess in reverse is having a hidden motive to something. And the High Priestess reverse is very similar to the Knight of Cups reverse in the way that it's like a very superficial type of energy, like surface level energy. 10 of Cups reversed, unhappy family. Knight of Cups upright, romantic, reversed, not. He knows something about an affair that someone's having. Either an affair, or maybe somebody who has done something to their child similar to what he's done to his. I don't know, one or the other. He knows something. Because the High Priestess reverse is a secret. So he knows something that could, if it came out, make someone lose their family, their respect, something. It seems like either an affair or abuse similar to what he was doing, allegedly. What was the father's energy before him and Grant drove over to the place that day towards Grant? In reverse, perchance to dream. Look at that creepy image in this instance. It's a man holding another man. This man has a crown, but he's like sleeping or deceased. People would believe the king, but so I need to put the king to sleep. And it was in reverse. So I'm not allowing you to dream up these solutions that could bring me down. I'm going to bring you down first. So this conversation probably happened before they went there that day, which would make it premeditated, allegedly. So Grant and the father pull up to said location. What is the energy of the father then towards Grant? Golden Empress, Jewel of Abydos, potency, confidence, magnetism. It's a woman on the card. His energy when they got there. It's almost like he was like poking at him. Like, oh yeah, well, you don't think your mom's crazy? What about this? Or, oh yeah, you don't think your sister's just like your mom? What about this? Oh, I said it's almost like he was poking at him, and there's like a pokey thing. What was the dad's energy when Grant was under the car, passing away? Female, female. The jewel of Abedo, so the jewel, the daughter, mother of homestead, matriarch. Rejection, opportunities, and consequences. Yeah, this is all centered around he wanted to make the daughter look like how he had made the mother look, which was not an accurate representation in the first place. But in order to cover up what he was doing, he had to make it look like the daughter was just as incredible at, like, uncredible as the mother. What is his energy now, the father? Mother of Dawn, the emissary, beauty, agency, and compassion. Wow. It shows two separate sets of hands. It's giving me the image of like, haha, I got away with it. I can do my job and your job. I can fool everybody. I can make it look like this. I got one over on the two women. This is a repeat of the Empress card in the beginning, because in the beginning we got the Empress and it's the second human in the card is in the belly, right? And here it's like this all same, both as one person still, but like instead of in the belly, it's like the separate set of arms. It's almost like like he is like mocking her by getting away with it. Like, haha, I told you that my plan would work to make you look crazy. What was the main energy towards Grant from the dad? Greed. You are too attached to things in an excessive way. Nothing good can come out of it. So from the dad to Grant, I want everything. I want my cake. I want to eat it too. If I want it, then I'm getting it. From the dad to the daughter. In reverse, forgive self, accept what has happened, and give yourself the grace to make mistakes. But it was in reverse. So forgive self in reverse is like, I know I'm doing something wrong, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I'm able to convince myself that it's not that bad, or I'm able to convince myself that, I don't know, that it's okay somehow. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'm going to put in the description the link to the change.org petition. I am going to sign it. I encourage all of you to sign it as well and share it so that we can get it to 300,000, because it said something about once it's at 300,000, I don't know. They'll have to look at it or something, I guess. But that's what I'm getting. Please remember, this is all alleged, my opinion. Talk to you soon.